Thank you, everyone. You may all be seated. I would like to share a thank you with Mr. Noah Towns and Mr. Bo Hodenfeld-Howard, our West High Choir Directors, Mr. Nicholas Anderson and Ms. Riley Bainbridge, our West High Band Directors, and to the West High Choir and band students for sharing their musical talents with us this evening. My name is Rebecca Rieken, and I am honored to serve as principal of West High School. I want to sincerely thank all the families, friends, and staff for coming together this evening to help us celebrate this important milestone of the West High class of 2026. Joining me at the podium next will be our students who will greet the rest of all of our families and friends and guests in their home languages. Please welcome to the podium Christelle Brocamonte, Nick Duong, Semhar Okuba Michael.
Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Christelle Bracamonte Enríquez y bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de la clase de 2026. Nos alegra que estén aquí para compartir esta noche tan especial. Queremos dar una bienvenida muy especial a nuestros padres, tutores, familiares, maestros, invitados de honor y amigos. Su apoyo y ayuda durante nuestros años escolares, especialmente durante este último año, han sido verdaderamente apreciados. Gracias por estar aquí esta noche.
Chào mừng quý vị đến với lễ tốt nghiệp của khóa 2026. Chúng con rất vui khi mọi người có mặt hôm nay để cùng chia sẻ khoảnh khắc đặc biệt này với chúng con. Chúng con xin gửi lời chào đến các bác phụ huynh, gia đình, thầy cô, các vị khách, quý và bạn bè, sự yêu thương, quan tâm và đồng hành của quý vị trong suốt những năm qua vừa qua luôn là điều chúng con vô cùng trân trọng.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Samhar and I'm proud to be part of the class 2026. Now I will say my language Tigrinya. بمجمرتا نبز عدد زي بصحنا እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን በመቀጠል ድማ እንኳን ናብ ዝነክተሽን 23 ክላስ መመረቕታ ስነ ስርዓት ብርሃን መጻኹም እምበር ሎሚ ምሳና ሓቢርኩም ብመውዓልኩም ሕጉሳት ኢና ኣብ ናይ ትምህርቲ ዓመታት ዝገበርኩምና ኩሉ ደገፍ ወለድና ስድራና መምሃራና ከምኡ መሓዙትናን ዕርክትናን ፍሉይ ኣጋሽትናን ከነመስግነኩም ንፈቱ ብምቕጻል ኣቦይ እዚ ኩሉ ግዜ ስለ ዝደገፍካኒ ፍሉይ ሓሎትካን ከመስግነካ ይደሊ ከምኡውን ኣደይ ምሳይ ውላተ ዘይሃለኺ ካብ ልበይ ግን ከመስግነኪ ይፈቱ ንኽቡር ሓወይ ስለ ኩሉ ሳፖርት ትገብረኒ የመስግነካ ከምኡውን ሓፍተይ መሓዛይን ዝኾንኪ ከመስግነኪ ይፈቱ Thank you everyone for celebrating with us today.
Thank you, Christelle, Nick, and Semhar. It is now my pleasure to introduce our platform guests for today's ceremony. Platform guests, would you please stand and be recognized as you're introduced and remain standing. Students and guests, please hold your applause until all names have been introduced. Seated to my right are Mr. Jim Vanderloo, Interim Superintendent of the Sioux City Community School District. Ms. Trayla Lee, President of the School Board. Mr. Earl Miller, Vice President of the School Board. Mr. Jared Mosier, Director of Elementary Education. Mrs. Barb Caskey, Director of Human Resources. Dr. Dora Young, Director of Student Services. Dr. Mandy Bradford, Director of English Language Learners. Mrs. Amy Denny, Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Mr. Chad Fengel, Director of Technology. And Ms. Leslie Hain, Director of Communication. Seated to my left are Mr. Gabe Hogers, West High School Assistant Principal and Activities Director, Mrs. Lorinda Vandenhall, West High School Assistant Principal, Mrs. Pam Huss, West High School Assistant Principal, Mr. Eric Kilburn, Career Academy Principal, Mr. Zach Davis, West Middle School Principal, Mrs. Tori Albright, West Middle School Assistant Principal, Mr. Jacob Delps, West Middle School Assistant Principal, Mrs. Stacy Henderson, Liberty Elementary Principal, Mr. Dave Shipper, Liberty Elementary Assistant Principal, Mrs. Tammy Vogelai, Luss Hills Elementary Principal, Mrs. Mandy Moran, Perry Creek Elementary Principal, Mrs. Stephanie Phelps, Riverside Elementary Principal, Mrs. Maria Ruelas, Irving Principal. Thank you all for joining us. You may be seated. Next in our program, I would like to welcome to the podium our 2026 Student Council President, Giovanni Ramirez, who will share his message with his fellow Wolverines.
Hi everybody, my name is Giovanni Ramirez and I am honored to speak to you today as the 2025 through 2026 Student Council President. I want to welcome faculty, parents, and most importantly, the West High graduating class of 2026. When speaking here today, I can't help think about a thing we all have in common. Not just the fact that we're West High graduates, but the fact that we have been raised in a community that comes together, supports, and empathizes with our kin. Growing up on this side of town comes with predetermined challenges, and I'm sure you can all agree that negativity in thinking about our school and ourselves differs entirely from what we have experienced. The day we walked through the doors of West for the first time our freshman year, I don't think any of us realized how much we would change, or the triumphs and the failures we would encounter, or the fact that West High and its teachers, admin, counselors, athletics, clubs, or peers would have such a profound impact on who we are today at the core. If there is one thing I can say about my time as a high school student, it would confidently be that I would not choose to go anywhere but West High. Because of our school, I am who I am now, and not some different version of myself who never learned lessons that West High taught me. I have grown a lot, and it goes without saying, we have all changed drastically. Over the course of 4 years, everyone here today has impacted our class by reminding us to be more empathetic, sympathetic, and kinder to one another when it truly matters most. One example I'm reminded of that I'm sure you can all remember is when our community suffered major flooding a few years ago, which destroyed homes, schools, businesses, bridges, and more. We came together to build back, and in my own volunteering, I saw immense beauty in the way people gathered to support those who had lost everything. I also had the honor to observe the drastic rise in school pride during this year's basketball season. Everyone had one goal, and that was for our school to be successful and to be seen for what it truly is. If you are in any extracurricular at West High, whether that be athletics, theater, or government, I am positive that you can say your teammates, coaches, advisors, and yourself have had to fight for a seat at the table, whether in our own city or across the state. I have talked with many friends and mentors about this subject, and the consensus always comes to this. We have collectively fought to leave programs at West High better than we found them. To the class of 2026, take the valuable lessons that you have learned here at West High and on the West Side and apply those ideals into whatever community you may find yourself in next. As always, we are West, and we will always bleed green. Por último, quiero agradecer a mi familia y sobre todo a mi padre por su lucha a dejar México y brindarnos una vida mejor en los Estados Unidos. Desde niño vi el duro trabajo de mi padre todos los días y eso me motivó a ser quien soy hoy. A todos los hispanos, su esfuerzo no pasa desapercibido. Nuestra cultura es hermosa. Pase lo que pase, no permitan que este país ni sus políticos les arrebaten el sueño americano, el mismo sueño americano que mi padre me dio. Los inmigrantes son los que hacen grande a Estados Unidos. Gracias.
Thank you, Gio. Next, the West High School Choir and Band will perform the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Choir and band members, please approach the stage. Thank you, West High Choir and Band. That was amazing. Recently, at our Seniors Honor Night, we recognized seniors who received honor cords for the following honors. Some students received a silver card, others an honor cord. There was a music cord, a student council cord, a career academy cord, and a blood cord. At this time, after our wonderful choir gets seated, we will recognize these students who received these honors. Seniors, if you received honors at this Senior Honors Night, please stand at this time and be celebrated. You may be seated. While some of our West High seniors are headed off to college, others into the workforce, some of our graduates will be serving in the military. Would those seniors please stand at this time to be recognized? You may be seated. The students seated to my left are the top 5% of the West High class of 2026. Top 5%, please stand and remain standing as you are introduced. And to our guests, please hold your applause until the last name is shared so that all the names can be heard. Mariana Boshin, Trinity Clausen, Maxwell Kuehl, Tasia Lafferty, Reagan Mann, Alexandra Ripito, Ophelia Rivera, Juniper Roach, Jonathan Rubio Ramirez, Coley Strong, Linda Trin, Ryan Bowe, and Brooklyn Winkle. Congratulations. You may be seated. Next, it is my honor to recognize the West High class of 2026 salutatorian and valedictorian. This year's salutatorian is Jonathan Rubio Ramirez. Jonathan, please stand. My next recognition is the West High class of 2026 valedictorian. This year's valedictorian is Alexandra Ripito. Alexandra, please stand. Alexandra, congratulations on your accomplishment. Would you please join me at the podium to share your message with your classmates?
Hello, I'm Alexandra, and I'd first like to say congratulations, everybody. We finally made it. I also want to thank our teachers, faculty, friends, and family who have all stood by us through our education. I also want to give a special thank you and shout out to my family. Thank you to my mom who taught me strength. Thank you to my dad, who taught me to always try to be better. Thank you to my siblings, Sophia, Annie, and Alex. And thank you to everybody else who has guided and inspired me to this moment. I can still remember 13 years ago, the first day of kindergarten, a class I shared with some of you. We were nervous but excited, not knowing that time would fly by so fast. Then came middle school and high school, and here we are now, our first days as high school graduates, ready to begin a new chapter. Let's take a moment to reflect on these past 4 years. It flew by fast, but we accomplished so much. We grew and learned and built so many memories that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. For me, these years were full of long nights, challenges, and dedication. I've worked hard to try to do my best on every test, project, and every long study session to be here as your valedictorian. It was challenging, but I persisted, and I turned my goals into a reality. As we step into the future, I want to say how proud I am of all of us and how excited I am to see what's ahead. The future is ours and full of possibilities. Whatever path you take, make it count and make it yours. Stay true to who you are and remember what makes you unique. Chase your dreams and grow into the person you are meant to be. Together, we are West High's graduating class of 2026, and we each have to write our own path. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra. At this time, would all of our students on the stage please join your classmates on the floor? Wolverines, this year we are starting a new graduation tradition. Each high school was asked to invite a guest speaker to address the class of 2026. This evening, I have the honor to introduce our guest speaker, who is no guest to the Wolverine family. He bleeds green. Mr. Todd Siefker is a 1988 graduate of West High School. Following graduation, Mr. Siefker pursued his post-secondary education, earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy from Northwestern College, a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Spanish American Literature from the University of Iowa, and a Master's of Arts degree in educational instruction from Morningside University. Before returning to Sioux City, Mr. Siefker taught in Mexico, teaching creative writing and American literature at the Tec de Monterrey in Mexico. Mr. Siefker returned to Sioux City, where he lives now with his wife Allison and their 3 children, Matthew, Aubrey, and William. Mr. Siefker has served as a teacher with the Sioux City Community School District for 21 years. He currently serves West High School as an English language learner teacher and also serves all 3 high schools as the Advanced Placement Spanish teacher at the Career Academy. In addition to teaching, over the years, Mr. Siefker has also coached many activities and is currently our West High head tennis coach. Mr. Siefker was recognized in 2022 as the West High School Teacher of the Year. And that same year, he was chosen as the Sioux City School District Teacher of the Year. He is a role model teacher for his efforts in delivering engaging instruction and also for developing long-lasting relationships with his students, even inspiring some teachers behind you students to become teachers themselves. Mr. Siefker is undoubtedly one of the most passionate Wolverines you will ever meet. West High student, staff, family, and friends, please join me in welcoming Mr. Todd Siefker.
Wow, that's a lot to live up to. Let's just lower the expectations right now, okay? It is good to be here with you. And graduates, congratulations. As well as everyone else that's here, this takes a village to get to this moment. So congratulations, West Side. Before I get started, I do want to say a special thanks to Jim Vanderloo and Rebecca Rican for this opportunity to share. Really means a lot. It's kind of crazy that you guys chose me when you have an in-house stand-up comedian like John Case and you went for the self-appointed historian of West High. But don't worry, I'm not going to talk history today, although I love sharing stories of West High. Today I want to talk about West High right now. I'm guessing maybe some of you guys get sick of hearing older people like me saying, "Oh, it was so good back when I was young." I think West High right now offers us an example of hope and a way forward for our society. For English people, that's my thesis, and I'm sticking with that. We have hope. I see it every day. Just today, I had to put my dog, Mia, down after 17 years of friendship with my dog. I texted Rebecca saying I'm going to be a little late. And here's what she wrote to me. She said, "I'm so very sorry. Please let me know if you need anything. Don't rush back for second block. We'll find coverage if you need it." That's called kindness. And she represents, I think, how there is hope right in front of us right now. For example, she leads through kindness. She starts with trust. She cares how people are doing. As she looks for the best in others and she finds it. And she defies that trend that thinks that we have to instill fear or people will just walk all over us. So now, if you're thinking I'm trying to get some brownie points here, I've already signed my contract for next year, so we're stuck there. But long story short, I asked my students, what should I talk about tonight? And it was a pretty clear message. They said hope. Hope. So today I want to talk about hope, but not hope in the traditional sense of hope that we talk about in moments like this, at these kind of ceremonies. And when we talk about hope, it's usually about how can you get what you want? That kind of thinking, I think, has maybe led us to become the richest nation in the world. But just one little question. Are we happy? I hope so. I want to talk about something bigger than money. Something that asks a different question for the future. A question like, what does the world need and what can I do about it? I think the first thing the world needs is the same thing my West High athletic teams have always needed: togetherness. I've coached 5 seasons of cross country, 10 seasons of basketball, and 18 seasons of tennis at West High. And we finish every practice the same way with the word together. The problem is, our world has come apart. I think West gives us some insight. Just look at our tennis team this year. We have people with roots all over the world: Africa, Asia, Latin America. We have at least 3 languages spoken on that team. Now, if you're out on the courts, you're probably going to hear Yaya and Ever arguing about this and that. Or if you were in a van with them, you might think, man, this is a very dysfunctional group. But behind that dysfunction is a brotherhood. These guys joke about things like each other's race. They're not fragile or easily offended. They laugh, they interact, and they work toward a common goal. The stuff that happens on a daily basis at West High is something our nation needs to hear. That people who come from totally different backgrounds can come together and become brothers and sisters. It's not just possible, it's happening. And lastly, I don't get to travel like I used to, but luckily for me, the world has come to West. I have students from Micronesia, Africa, Latin America, Southeast Asia. This year I got a chance to know a couple of my students from Ethiopia, Semria and Opse. I've never really known or had a chance to know someone who's from the Muslim faith. And I asked them one time, can I go to your mosque? And they said, sure. And so I went to the mosque where I was treated with so much kindness. And I met 2 guys, Wardy and Hannon, and we had a great conversation about life and faith. Stuff like that. Where do you see that on your news feeds? Muslims and Christians making friends. Hope is alive and well to the people who are willing to take risks and cross the divides. Graduates, some people who have never set foot in our building might say, ooh, that West High, that's a scary place. Then you go there and you say, what? You see, to graduate from West High is to graduate from all the labels, the blame games, the boxes that other people are putting each other in. I'll leave you with this, because I can't do a speech without bringing up a little bit of our history. My biology teacher, his name was Bill Klein. Right after West High was built in 1972, he took a drill to the south wall of the school. He wanted to build a beehive so that the bees could come in and out of the classroom. Years later, I asked Mr. Klein, did they give you permission to put a hole in a brand new building? And he said, well, no one said I couldn't. He could have been fired for that. But he did it so that his students could have contact with nature. Because education, in its deepest sense, is all about moving from fear to connection. And it doesn't happen in a phone bubble. It happens by getting out there, meeting new people, making new friendships. Friendships that don't deny history, but make a new future. We need more fearless people, punching holes in the walls that keep us apart. People who know by experience that those other guys on the other side of the wall, they're just like us, and we're just like them. Mr. Klein, like Mr. Klein, we don't have to wait for permission to punch some holes in the wall that keep us apart. It's time to develop your voice. You guys can rewrite the narrative that says everyone's creepy. Nothing's gonna change. It's just doom right around the corner. It's time to graduate from all that and be the West High people that we are. We do not have to settle for other people's fears or limitations and the old worn-out blame narratives. You're on the threshold of a great challenge and opportunity. Will we shrivel up and stay in our little phone bubbles with our bad news and letting our algorithms confirm our fears? Or will we boldly step into the future by refusing to be limited by other people's fears? Hope is just a decision to become the better version of who we already are. It's just a decision. And so it's time to get to work. And I'd like to end this like I end every practice. Athletes, if you were out there, we're gonna break it down. I'm gonna say together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together. So I'm gonna do that. You guys know what I'm saying? All right, so together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Siefker. West High graduates, at this time, would you all please rise? Mr. Vanderloo, would you please join me at the podium? Mr. Vanderloo, it is my honor to present to you the West High class of 2026.
Students, you may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Siefker. Inspiring. We appreciate it. I will be brief, students. Good evening, graduates, families, staff, and community members. Tonight we celebrated an important milestone for the class of 2026. Graduates, you've worked hard, overcome challenges, and grown into young adults, ready to work, ready to take your next steps. On behalf of the Sioux City Community School District Board of Education, congratulations. I also want to thank the parents, guardians, teachers, coaches, counselors, and support staff who helped guide these students along the way. Your encouragement, patience, and dedication made a lasting difference in their lives. Graduates, as you move forward, remember that success is not measured only by achievements, titles, or awards. It is also measured by how you respond when life becomes difficult and how you treat the people around you. Be resilient. There will be setbacks and unexpected turns, but your ability to adapt, persevere, and keep moving forward will carry you through. And above all, be kind. Kindness has the power to change lives, build communities, and open doors that talent alone cannot. We are proud of each and every one of you and excited for the impact you will have on this world. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your future is bright. Class of 2026, would you please rise? As your intern superintendent of schools, it is my privilege and honor to confirm that these high school seniors standing before us this evening have completed all requirements for high school graduation as set forth by the state of Iowa, and that this class of individuals has also fulfilled all requirements established by the Sioux City Community School District Board of Education. The administrators of the buildings that serve the West High School community and I congratulate each member of this class on this achievement and proudly present the West High School graduating class of 2026 to Ms. Trayla Lee, President of the Board of Education. Ms. Lee.
I'll let you sit unless you want to stand, but go ahead and be seated for just a moment, please. Good evening, families, educators, and most importantly, the extraordinary class of 2026. This school year, I had the privilege to visit every school in our district. During one of those visits, I was invited to an elementary celebration of creativity. Make Your Mark, an art and literacy adventure inspired by the author, Peter Reynolds. What I experienced that day stayed with me. It was centered around simply yet a powerful story about a dot. Standing here tonight, I am reminded that each of you represents so much more than just a graduate. You represent resilience, growth, determination, and you faced challenges and roads that were uncertain. But each of you has been writing your own story your entire life. And while today marks the closing of one chapter, it also signals the beginning of something even greater. As you step into what comes next, I want you to carry with you a simple but meaningful piece of wisdom from the dot. It tells the story of a hesitant artist who was encouraged by her teacher with just a few words: make your mark. That's all it takes. That one small dot, imperfect and uncertain, became the start of something extraordinary. It grew into confidence, it sparked purpose, it opened the door to endless possibilities. Class of 2026, you don't need to have to figure everything out. You don't even have to be perfect. What matters most is that your willingness to begin, to take the first step, to make your mark, even when it feels small and uncertain. Because it is those first steps, those courageous attempts, and yes, even mistakes, that your story truly comes to life. So tonight, I celebrate all that you've accomplished and all that lies ahead. I leave you with this: make your mark. Congratulations, class of 2026. I am so proud to be your school board president, but most importantly, families and educators, let's give our graduates a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Vanderloo and Ms. Lee. At this time, I would like to recognize our junior class ushers for this evening: Kaylee Gray, Andy Lamb, Ada Mateo Juan, and Tommy Wen. Junior ushers, please begin guiding our graduates to the stage. Guests, as they do that, I ask that you please hold your applause and cheers until the very end so that all names can be heard this evening. Hearing a graduate's name is a very special moment, and I want to make sure everyone receives their acknowledgement. After the final name is shared, I will return to the podium so that we can all join together in applauding and celebrating our graduates.
Abse Abdo. Samria Abdo. Belsain Aguilar Perez. Ali Ahmed. Blanca Alderaca Rivera. McKenna Alice. Raimundo Alvarado. Hannah Anderson. Kellen Avila Carrillo. Elijah O'Delly. Mariah Barillas Guevara. Giovanni Batista. Ashlyn Beavers. Jordan Biggerstaff. Tiago Biggerstaff. Mariana Boshin. Brooke Bowden. Yareli Bonilla Topete. Cristel Bracamonte Enriquez. Elizabeth Beekler. Luther Buffalo Chief. Jonathan Cable Hoffman. Riley Callender. John Can. Gracel Castellon Cantanillo. Dulce Castillo Barrios. Cristel Castillo Grijalva. Christian Castro Garcia. Aiden Castro Romero. Nicholas Chavez. Andrea Che Escobar. Trinity Clausen. Maya Comstock. Journey Cooks. Gabriel Counter. Jada Davis. Jeremiah Davis. Tatum Davis. Jaylee Dowdy. Jesus Deanda Jr. Lemon Dean Culbertson. Jackson DeBont. Carlos Diaz. Emilio Diaz. Melsa Dopage. Vance Dudley. Caleb Dunn. Nick Duong. Mason Ege. Colton Ellers. Dante Espinosa Arancibia. Adali Espinosa Martinez. Madeline Farens. Vadimar Fenton. Adriana Fick. Usman Figa. Jennifer Flores Salazar. Cadence Franklin. Eduardo Frazier. Colton Frisbee. Valeria Garcia. Brandon Garcia Marcos. Ingrid Garcia Morales. Bradley Gardner Jr. Julian Garner. Noemi Heleta. Leila Godfrey. Frida Gonzalez Romero. Rafael Granados. Alyssa Grant. Anthony Grant Jr. Lisbeth Grima. Eliana Grimaldo. Marissa Guerrero Torres. Gabriel Gutierrez. Carter Hammer. Jillian Hansen. Lillian Hansen. Cameron Hegna.
Brody Hennenfield. Jasmeli Hernandez. Clarson Hernandez. Kevin Hernandez Rivera. Peaceful Hedeback. Ty Hogue. Cassidy Hogue. Ronica Houston. Mai Phuoc Huy. Evie Jackson. Sierra Jackson. Ismail Jacob. Charlie Jorgensen. Turner Joy. Gloria Juarez. Eileen Juarez Baltierra. Yuretsa Juarez Baltierra. Ispa Keo. Oliver Kearns. Riley King. Avery Katalik. Maxwell Keel. Tasia Lafferty. Cadence Lalabendre. Allison Lambert. Jesus Leon Jimenez. Jose Lorera Inestros. Faceda Lopez Morales. Alexander Lucero. Mason Mace Smith. Naya Macias. Reagan Mann. Anna Mariquin Albiano. Naya Marshall. Paige Matney. Dylan McNamara. Urdonis McConan. Juan Malitz Yakin. Nancy Mendez Chavez. Isabel Middleton. Emily Magolan Martinez. Zinin Monson. Jometh Montianes Maldonado. Naheem Morales Figuera. Victoria Morales Segura. Lise Monroe. Michelle Munoz Gonzalez. Bernice Margria Poledo. Yim Wen. Nina Wen Boy. Sky Norby. Cornelia Ochera Rabianos. Samar Okabamaiko. Francesca Oliveras. Mercedes Oliveras. Corbin Olarandami. Helda Oriano Campos. Estras Orozco Lopez. Alexis Ortega Morales. Ricardo Panagua Morris Jr. Aris Para. Christian Petsan Lopez. Andy Pez de Jesus. Addison Palin. Irene Perez. Ivan Perez. Jesus Perez. Julio Perez. Marcus Perez. Beroy Perez Hernandez. Camilla Phipps. Jomara Pierce Finney. Jaden Pilgrim. Angelina Plummer. Alicia Powell. Bobby Prokop IV. Yaneli Quiones. Giovanni Ramirez.
Julian Ramirez Salinas. Stephanie Ramos. Safaria Redhill. Leela Redwing. Joshua Resendez Mata. Brian Ratana Barula. Sabson Ratilifi. Ruby Reyes Lopez. Alexandra Ripito. Ophelia Rivera. Juniper Roach. Jalissa Rodas Perez. Ociel Rojas. Hector Romero Juarez. Hadley Ross. Audrina Roulard. Maxwell Root. Jonathan Rubio Ramirez. Peyton Solberg. Marisol Salmaran. Brenna San Nicolas. Adrian Sanchez. Natalie Sanchez. Brian Sanders. Reese Sands. Christopher Santana Arriaga. Stephanie Santos Duarte. Broderick Shocker. Dallas Seaton. Esther Sedano Asensio. Spirit Silvas Krana. Alexi Skelton. Michael Slatton. Bo Smallcomb. Jasmine Marie Smith. Cassandra Solis Guerrero. Trent Solomon. Amari Stabler. Hanley. Isabel Starr. Coley Strong. Dayreen Suarez. Jaden Sullivan. Evelyn Summers. Lilith Sunt. Dorena Taborn. Jordan Taylor. Johanna Tesfazgi. New Tai. Cade Tidwell. Logan Topetti. Omar Topetti Andrade. Dominic Torres. Linda Trin. James Turcott. Ruby Elizabeth Turner. Isaac Tuttle. Joel Uribe. Alexis Valencia. Michelle Valenzuela Esquivel. Gabriel Vallejo Cano. Jace Vall. Alejandro Vigil Rodriguez. Tonatzin Villanueva Lopez. Ryan Vo. Jacob Wagner. Mia Watkins. Morris Wegba. Caitlin Weinmeister. Damian Whistler. Joseph Wilson. Brooklyn Winkle. Vanessa Whiskey. Isabella Yarborough. Jose Zapata Nunez. Ashton Zatke. Angela Zermano Gira. Kayleen Alvarez. Caitlin Kane Trudell. Isaac Davidson. Caden Trujillo.
Congratulations, everyone. West High staff who are here with us today, please stand. I want to sincerely thank each of you for your support of this graduating class of 2026. You have all shared in their journey, and sitting before you today is the product of all of your efforts as teachers at our school, and without you, this wouldn't have happened. Thank you, West High staff. While your job may be done, your impact will last a lifetime. Staff, you are now dismissed. I would like to once again thank all of our guests who are here this evening, those who may be watching from home, and to some loved ones we have lost this year who I know are here in spirit. The support of the families, friends, and the community of West High is something truly unique and special, and I am definitely feeling the West High pride tonight. Thank you for the love and support you have shared with these amazing students. To the class of 2026, I often share a sentiment when I have the opportunity to speak to others about our school. I share this special fact that we have great kids at West High. You've each persevered to make this moment happen, and because of that, I am so proud of you. You are not only great, you are remarkable. To watch your stories unfold these last 4 years has been a privilege, and I am so excited to see where your journey will take you next. Remember, once a Wolverine, always a Wolverine. That's right, West High will always be your home. West is best. Graduates, would you please rise? It is now time to move your tassel from the right to the left, signifying that you are no longer waiting to be a graduate, that you are all now graduates of West High. Everyone, it is my honor to present to you the class of 2026. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Congratulations, West High class of 2026.